My name is Jens Petersen. I'm the Senior Vice President for Sports and Leisure in the group. And with me today I have Christopher Rehn, who is newly appointed Deputy CEO of Tenson. So we will take you on a Tenson journey in the next 30 minutes. So Tenson, as you all know, is our latest acquisition in the group. It's quite exciting that we have finally found an acquisition in the outdoor market. We've been talking about it quite some time and looking for opportunities there. We think it's a great marketplace where we naturally can play as a company. New Wave Group, of course, will add primarily financial resources and infrastructure. But we're quite impressed with the brand story of Tenson and also the product that the company offers. So that will pretty much remain going forward. So why acquiring Tenson? Well, first and foremost, we believe we have found a genuine and authentic outdoor brand with great products that we've been missing. With the New Wave Group platform and obviously also the global distribution network that we possess, we can really scale the brand and the business going forward and take it to the next level. From my point of view, heading up the sports and leisure area, it will add something really good into the mix where we already have Cutter & Buck and Craft. So we will definitely have a much stronger offering going forward. What's also very exciting is the fact that we see a great opportunity into the promo market or the promotional industry with Tenson. The road is pretty wide open. There's not really any competition out there that have entered into the promotional market in a serious way. So other, strong outdoor brands are not really accessible to the customers. And we think we can be one of the first one that really understands the corporate arena and at the same time coming with a genuine, well-known brand and making sure that we add the things that you need to add to be successful in promotional industry. We think we also know quite well how to develop brands. I think we've proven that over and over with examples like Craft and Cutter & Buck. And there's no reason why we can't do the same with Tenson. Finally, we have a great sourcing engine, and I think with that we can really secure better pricing and hopefully better profitability, but also make sure that we remain at a very high quality standard, and then at the same time adding better sustainability attributes as well. So who are we as a brand? Sorry. Okay. Well, Tenson was founded in Varberg, Sweden in 1951 by a young entrepreneur named Paul Rydholm. Paul was an avid outdoorsman, and he started building products for himself and friends that they then took out into the nature and tested. And he was also a bit of ahead of his time when it comes to marketing and marketing communication. He also wanted to really sell the brand, not only the product. And he said, we're not only selling products, but we're really selling a dream of getting an experience out in the nature and feeling that you belong to a community. And that is something that we still hold true today as well. Lagga lite här. So the brand's vision is to inspire and enable a way of living where people live more active and adventurous in harmony with nature. And the mission to design, develop, and market functional and stylish for all weather conditions apparel. Versatility, reliability, and function are cornerstones in our product design developments. So with that, I will hand over to Christopher, and he will take you further on this journey.
So, my name is Christopher. I've been with the New Way Group for 8 years, previously working for Craft. So I've been experienced a similar journey, what we will do with Tenson, hopefully. And the brand where we are today, Jens told you about Paul and the start of Tenson, but what's also been a red thread throughout the history of Tenson has been the adventurous history, where we, with 5 to 10 years gaps, have made expeditions with explorers all over the world. What we're also doing is connecting the product development to this. So, for example, in the left corner there, you will see the first edition of the Himalaya jacket, which is known as a Tenson jacket. Me being at Craft before, always people ask me, okay, at Craft I had a base layer for 10 years and it's still functional. When I come to Tenson, everyone say I have a jacket for my dad or my grandfather in the basement that I've been lasting for 30 years. So it's quite impressive. And quality is really something that we stand for, and I believe this is a history that we will continue building, and already next year we're planning the next expedition with explorers around the world. Yeah, and as Jens explained, Paul Rydholm was the founder of Tenson, and his DNA is still living within in the company and the brand. We are a very inclusive brand. We are not that exclusive or elitistic. We want to invite everyone to be a part of the community and the brand. So it's putting us on a map and compare us to other outdoor brands out there today. We see that we are sort of a mid-priced brand. Of course, upsell to the home brands of the retail chains, but also a bit below price-wise to other known brands. What we want to do now, of course, is to keep the price level, because that's still the strategy. But we want to, of course, move the perception of Tenson and to make sure that we are as well known as a Swedish outdoor brand as the other brands that you can see up there. Another part of the brand, and which is quite natural being an outdoor brand, is sustainability. And I believe that every company in Sweden is talking about this in every presentation, and so are we. How we look at it is that we do these hygiene factors. We are part of Stika, which is a Swedish textile initiative by the Swedish textile industry. Collaborating with Textilimportörerna, also working with our Carbon Zero to compensate and plant trees in the north. REACH, which is a chemical restriction list that we follow, of course, in the EU environment, and also, of course, taking care of the social compliance questions in the production. What we're doing outside of this, of course, is the most sustainability reason to buy Tenson is that it's quality products. It's something you can use for a long time. And nothing that you used to use for a weekend and then throw out after this. Also, of course, what we're going to do now is to continue this work, and it's a lot about transparency and traceability to measure and to make sure that we make the right choices to have as less impact as possible on the nature now. So these are the 3 pillars that we are going to build the brand on: the heritage and the storytelling of the brand. Continue that. Of course, keep the ID and the identity of the brand, and then sustainability questions. If you're looking more into the business side of Tenson, we are now, as being a part of a newer group, naturally starting a new business area, which we call corporate. Promo is also the known name for it. Previously, Tenson used to work in retail and an own e-commerce site. And I think the first question when we entered the company 6 months ago was, okay, are we going to do a promo collection now? And this is something that we learned from the past from other brands, is that we're going to have one collection to sell through all these type of retailers and customers. Because in the end of the day, we want to make sure that the customers feel the quality and recognize the brand from whatever area they're buying it from. And we believe that this customer, regardless if he's buying it from his company or getting it from an HR department or making a choice themselves to go into the e-com, it will be important to keep the same level. Oops, sorry. Collection-wise, Tenson are today existing of these 4 main categories. We have the outdoor collection, which consists of 2 parts. Himalaya, which is more traditional outdoor part, where you have traditional colors such as like beiges and browns and blacks. While TX Lite is more colorful, more, let's say, innovative part, where we have lightweight fabrics and stands for probably more of the summer collection. Lifestyle for us today, this is quite new to the, I would say, New Wave Group, being in a new type of distribution. We can go with fashion retailers instead, where we do something that we call function meets fashion then. Rain, quite self-explaining. And ski, which I believe is the most interesting part, especially looking to the corporate business area, because here we don't have any competition today. And there's a lot of companies doing ski trips with their employees. So we can already now see, just starting the business area, that this is what people are asking for, mainly from Tenson then. Tenson Retail then. Here we have a quite good footprint in Europe. We want to continue this, of course, grow and expand, and especially with new accounts, new doors. We believe it's a numbers game. The more doors you have, the more you sell in the end. And how we operate there today is that we have 2 seasons, a spring, summer, and autumn-winter collection, which makes Tenson a 365 brand. We can cover the full year, regardless of the season. If it's snowing, raining, windy, we have the clothes for you here. Before New Wave Group, and the history of Tenson is that it's very strong in the Nordics, of course, but also have a quite good footprint in the Benelux areas, especially in the Netherlands market. So 32% was approximately the Benelux area, and you started the journey with the DACH area, which is the German, Switzerland, and Austrian market. The challenge and probably why Tenson didn't had a very successful history in the recent history was probably because you couldn't keep the segmentation, and this is something we've been working with a lot to really divide the different accounts into different tiers to make sure that we sell the right product to the right account, because otherwise you will create what we call a price gap, meaning that we sell a high-end jacket to maybe an outlet account, and then no one wants to buy the high-end jacket in the end. So, of course, the natural part of doing a segmentation like this on the account level is also that you have to do it on a product level. So this is something that it's a sort of a confidence move. You have to make sure as a brand to really resist when the market is saying, I want to buy that product to my, let's say, price point or discounted type of business model. But we are now doing this day by day, and we can really see that we are growing in the eyes of the customers then. Another part, being a part of the New Wave Group, is that we can have a totally new business model. As you know, the New Wave Group lacks their stock and to build them. And therefore, we can now have a new offer to the market where we can say we have an essentials collection, meaning that we have long life product, color-wise long life, product long life, great quality so they can sustain over time. And we can sell them 365 days a year. So the previous setup of Tenson was that you sell basically 2 times a year. But now we can actually sell all year round, and therefore we also invested in new sales reps and a new organization internally, so we can more or less sell every day to any customers out there. Looking to the distribution map, we added quite a few markets already now. Of course, all the old connections in retail with other brands we have in the New Wave Group, but also new distributors, as in France, where we go for example, in the Alps region and getting into really high-end outdoor and ski specialists, which in the end of the day will spread the word and hopefully makes us grow all over the mid-Europe market. So the expansion is already happening right now, and autumn 24 just finished, and we can see a growth there already now, which is fantastic. Tenson Corporate then. This is, as Jens mentioned already, for us, quite an easy way to take as New Wave Group, but also a big opportunity since there is not a lot of competition here. We are quite bold saying that we will take the leading position already from day one, meaning 15th of January when we launched here in the showroom. And the first question, of course, is why Tenson in corporate? And we believe that we have this strong, genuine brand. Of course, there's other Swedish outdoor brands, but there's none with our unique history that we have, and we're very proud of it. Secondly, we have a unique corporate collection mix. We have different categories that we see that are lacking in this field, and especially with the, let's say, a brand position. Then also we have the quality, of course, and the whole product and the sustainability work that we will present in every meeting we go to a customer. And last but not least, the service level we can keep with New Wave and keep in stock. We also believe that it's important for us to really take a position as the brand, meaning that we will also have to have the marketing material, not only digitally, which is natural for us, doing, of course, email marketing and promote ourselves through our e-com, but also the physical appearance. Shop-in-shop concept is something, it's quite an investment, but also for us, a way of building the brand. And as the promo market is a bit more conservative compared to other markets, we see that this is really a way for us to be there and be present. Catalog, of course, is something that we do both digitally and physically, but it's still out there. You can see that the catalog that is on top of the pile is the one that's selling the most. So we have to be out there and really present ourselves also physically in meetings and build relationships. Looking to the distribution map of corporate then, we launch now together with the Texas Benelux. You will hear from Tom van Heffen later, which are operating in the Benelux area, but also France and Germany. Of course, we launched in Sweden and also in Denmark and Finland with our 2 sister companies. The other markets we're adding for this autumn winter already will be Norway, Austria, UK, and Switzerland. So this is something totally new to Tenson, and already from day one we have a lot of sales force, you can say, out there, and yeah, hopefully this will be a quick growth, and we can already see now that the customers has been really excited, and there's a lot of trust already from day one. One, of course, being New Wave Group. Secondly, Tenson is a strong brand and has this rich history, which yeah, they believe in too. Third and last leg of Tenson is the e-commerce. Here, this for us is an important tool to, of course, build a brand, because this is normally where our first encounter with a customer or a retailer or an end consumer in the end. But also an important tool then to build a brand. So why e-com and why we do this? And we have to defend this also to our retailers, because they're also asking us and thinking that we are sort of stealing their business, but we believe that we're building the business for them. Because if I wasn't known to Tenson, the first thing I would do is to go into Tenson.com and see what is Tenson and what is the price point and how they present themselves. Secondly, we have a totally different reach. We can go all over Europe, where we don't have distributors, agents, or sister companies today. And of course, we drive sales, and we are currently doing incredible numbers, both in terms of margin and also sales compared to the last year already. And the question then, how can we make that short impact? Yeah, we have been starting a lot with something we call performance marketing, and I like to make the example out of the airplane, where you have these engines that makes it fly. First of all, paid ads. This is the more traditional way of doing it. You're paying ads to like Google, Meta, normally with a quite aggressive offer. You say, okay, now you can have 30% on ski jackets. Come into my site. This is something that we try to move away from more and more. This is not very good or sustainable long term for a brand like us. Secondly, and the biggest converter today is the subscribers, where we have the newsletter setting out with offers and communicating on a weekly or a daily basis sometimes with our customers. Influencer marketing, and here we choose not to go for like the biggest names here. We go for more of a micro-influencer strategy with 100 micro-influencers in the Swedish market this year. With the daily follow-up. So we have a person dedicated to follow this up every day. And we believe this will not only drive sales, but also, of course, drive the brand forward. Affiliates is really interesting, I think, and a quite smart way of doing hidden offers to the market. Euro bonus or members clubs, what they refer to themselves as publishers, making offers together with us. And you don't have to lose that much margin in this deal. And also you cannot disturb, let's say, the normal distribution. So this is what we believe is our success factors there. And again, where we're distributed with Tenson in e-com is all over Europe, excluding then the non-EU countries as Norway, UK, and Switzerland. And I guess all of you are interested in this page. And the financial goal for us is by 2026 to do a revenue or turnover of 500 million SEK. And then yearly we have a goal of doing 10% growth each year. And that's minimum then. So just to summarize and sum up where we are. Tenson, again, the brand, it's really why the acquisition in the end of the day. It is a rich history, and we have to nurture and continue that journey going forward. Design and quality, of course, the products is a lot of the DNA of the brand, and also why we are perceived in the way we are. And the brand promise that we have is that we want to make affordable products, but great quality still. So we're going to continue in the same promise. Service, of course, to have the New Wave financial resources and also synergies with everything like IT and legal and a lot of knowledge centralized that we can use. You can tell already from day one that we have a great impact on Tenson as a brand. Distribution, having 3 legs to stand on when it's hard. You can say, coming from another brand I worked for before, you can say that this is the real strength of having 3 different legs to stand on. And we believe this is, together with our sister companies, so we will make a fantastic journey, and the brand will have a quite significant growth already in the coming 2 years. Sourcing. Tenson's challenge in the past has always been delivering in time and really to also get the right gross margin and not take a lot of upcharges on small quantities, etc. Now with the New Wave sourcing, we can also see that we have increased our margins when we do when we do the spreadsheets, we can already see that we are increasing with 10 to 15% margin already for this autumn/winter 24 and SS25, which is the real first season that we can affect with the New Wave sourcing. We are striving to go all the way down to 20% increase on the calculation level. Right, and I think that was it for us now. And feel free to ask any questions.
Yes, I have one question about the targets. They are, of course, aggressive, so that's great. But I think Torsten mentioned before 500 million SEK already in 25. Is there something that you have realized when you have now come some time into this acquisition that makes you want to push this forward to 26?
No, I believe that we are building for the future now, and to be able to scale that fast. Given that we are working mainly, our main income is from pre-orders. That makes us already see in the future, so to speak, a year, and we see that the pace of 26 is what's more realistic for us.
And I think I can add to that the corporate expansion is going to take a little bit longer time, and that's natural because we need to. It's a 3-pronged approach. I mean, we need to meet the customer. They need to meet their customer to sell in the products and the brand. So it's a little bit of a lag there. So I think that's why we're going to need 25 as well to really get the growth percentage that we expect from corporate.
So 200 this year, 325 and 526. Is that the best?
Something like that, yeah.
9.
Good guess.
And then I had a more an overall question regarding this business area and acquisitions. Haglöfs was recently divested as well. I guess it was actually sold at a lower valuation than what ASICS acquired it, 13 years ago or something. What was the reason you were not involved, as I understood it?
No, we were not, as far as I know, involved or looking at Haglöfs or offered Haglöfs at this time.
Okay, and then perhaps one for you, Jens, if you care to answer. But I think there's been a lot of reporting in the market about your divestment of your private stake, and if you would like to comment that in any way.
I don't really like to comment it, but I can say that I think Torsten said it right in Dagens Industri. I've been with the company now for 25 years. These are stock options that I've had since 2001. So I mean, you get to a point sometime where you kind of reshuffle, and that's what I did. But I remain definitely with the group, and there's no other hidden agenda here from my side.
Thank you. Just what do you think the sales split will be in 2026 from the retail and promo and the e-com? segment?
No, we believe, I can tell today, it's about 20% of the turnover is come from e-com. Corporate started in January, so it's basically zero. But we believe there will be, let's say, 60% retail, like 30% corporate, and then 10% e-com. It will decreasing in comparison to the other ones, but not still an increase.
And could you maybe give us some flavor about the margin difference between the retail segment and the promo segment?
Yeah, I mean it's
potential at least.
I mean it's a quite big difference, to be honest. We are able to sell full priced garments more or less always in corporate, while in retail it's, as you know, a lot of campaign driven and sales driven. Oh, sorry, yeah. So yeah, but the actual numbers, I don't know if I'm allowed to display it or.
No, I don't think we normally publish that, but I think that's a good answer. I mean, it's obviously it's less competitive in corporate, and there's definitely more competition and higher demands from the retailers on discounts, etc. So historically, corporate is always delivering a higher gross margin.
And yes, finally, you think you're well staffed on the product development side, or you can use maybe the from other sides of New Way Group here?
I mean, we have a really strong team now. We've been working there for plus 25 years, some of them. Really know product, know how to create an let's say commercial assortment. So we believe that we're quite set right now, but of course we need to invest in new stuff as we go. And where we just hire a new person is, for example, when it comes to planning, which is important now where we're still building up our stock the way we do. So our product department, when it comes to development, is quite good, but then we have to have the functions around there that makes it more efficient.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just ask as well, I think you mentioned that where they went wrong was segmentation of the market.
Yep.
And at the same time, you said that you also want to move the perception of the brand. Are you implicitly saying that they also went wrong a little bit on the quality, or do you think you need to improve the quality to get the perception?
No, I don't think the quality is fantastic. So that was not the problem for them before. I think the problem was probably they went with the wrong accounts. And just to give a clear explanation, a clear example, let's say account as Gekås, for example, that you went with them too heavy with the more high-priced products. That we were meant, when you developed them, you meant them to maybe put them to like a account like Olivals or something here that were more of a specialist. But then due to the fact that they didn't get in there, they had to sort of downsize or downgrade the product to a unhealthy distribution for that product. So I think that's one problem. And then of course it's depending on where you are as in a financial situation, you have to make some panic decisions. And I think that was the case for Tenson too, that they had to go for deals that they weren't happy with and wasn't long term, but they had to get the money in short term. So that is another situation we are in now, which gives us some more confidence and sort of a long term strategy.
But does that mean that you've sort of backed out of those accounts? And you have to replace that sales.
We don't want to back out of them. We just want to give them the right product. So it's more to give the right product to the right distributor or right account. Then. So,
yeah. An outdoor brand such as Tenson, is it more or less sensitive comparing it to Craft or Cutter & Buck? When promoting it to the corporate channel, I mean, some outdoor people are very anxious, and could it be a risk?
Yeah, I think that is something that even being at Craft for many years, that was always the fear that how are the brand going to be perceived in another way, stepping more heavy into corporate. But again, we believe that it's the same consumer in the end, and even if you're an outdoor person, you can buy through your company or through a outdoor store. For us, I think that's a fear that which is not proven anyway. Quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah, and I think we learned from the Craft journey into corporate that we were fiddling a little bit with the product assortment and trying to flirt a little bit with corporate, which was totally wrong. So what you need to do is really stay true to your brand, stay true to the product that you really can stand for, and not deliver anything else into the corporate arena. And if you do that, whoever the receiver is in corporate will have the same experience and the same feeling about the brand and the product as a normal consumer buying in a store or from the e-com. So I think that's really the key. All right, great questions. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.